Dear one, you were not born to struggle, to chase, or to beg the universe for crumbs of joy. You were born as a radiant, creative being, whole, deserving, and infinitely powerful. The key to effortless manifestation is not found in force or fear, but in alignment, trust, and deep inner love. Today, I invite you to awaken that quiet power within you, the power that calls in your desires with ease and grace. Before you prove anything, before you earn a title, before you reach a goal or meet someone's expectations, you are already enough. Deep within you, beneath all the noise, fears, and comparisons, there is a light that has never dimmed. That light is your truth. That light is your worthiness. You don't have to chase love or validation to be whole. You don't have to perform or achieve in order to deserve kindness, joy, and abundance. You simply are. And that is enough. The moment you were born, you came into this world as a unique, divine expression of life itself. There is no one like you, there never was, and there never will be. Somewhere along the way, perhaps you were taught that you had to earn your worth. Maybe you were made to feel small or unimportant, or maybe you learned to measure your value based on how others saw you. But those were just stories. Stories built on fear, lack, and limitation. They were never true. And they never had the power to define you. Your true self is not broken. It does not need to be fixed or perfect. It only needs to be remembered. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are not your flaws or failures. You are not the names others called you when they couldn't see their own light. You are a soul born with a purpose and wrapped in divine love. When you recognize your worthiness, not someday, but now, you begin to shift everything. You stop accepting crumbs because you know you deserve the whole feast. You stop begging for love because you realize love lives inside you. You stop chasing validation from the outside world because your approval of yourself becomes enough. Worthiness is not about arrogance or ego. It's about honoring your inner being. It's about saying, I matter, even when no one else says it first. It's about standing tall, not because you're better than anyone else, but because you finally realize you were never less. And when you truly believe in your worth, you become magnetic. Life starts responding differently to you. Opportunities appear. People treat you with the respect you reflect. The world begins to mirror back what you feel on the inside, because the universe is always listening, not just to your words, but to your vibration. And when your vibration says, I am enough, the universe replies, yes, you are. This is why effortless manifestation begins here. It's not about working harder or doing more. It's about aligning with the truth that you are already the person who deserves the very things you're asking for. You don't manifest your desires through striving. You do it through being, through relaxing into your truth, through releasing the lie that you are lacking in any way. So let today be the day you release the belief that you are unworthy. Let it be the day you stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to feel good about yourself. You do not need anyone's approval to claim your joy. You do not need another accomplishment to earn your place in this world. You are already here, already breathing, already chosen by life itself. You are worthy of love, not someday, but today. You are worthy of peace. Not if you do everything right, but now as you are. You are worthy of success, not after proving yourself, but because you are a child of the universe. The more you speak this truth, the more it becomes your reality. Affirm it, breathe it, live it. Every time you look in the mirror, say to yourself, I am enough. Even if your voice shakes, even if your mind tries to argue, Say it anyway. Speak it until your heart remembers. Speak it until your soul awakens. Speak it until your world transforms. Your worth is not up for negotiation. It is not tied to how much money you have, how many people like you, or how flawless you appear. Your worth is unconditional, eternal, unshakable. Right now, the version of you who is healed, confident, joyful, and abundant already exists. They are not far away. They are simply the version of you who has remembered their worth. And you can choose in this very moment to return to that truth. Every single thought you think is like a tiny seed you plant in the garden of your mind. What you focus on, what you believe, and what you repeat silently to yourself each day grows into the reality you experience. Most people move through life without realizing this incredible power they hold. The power to direct the course of their life through the thoughts they choose to entertain. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. If your mind is filled with fear, judgment, doubt, or unworthiness, your experiences will mirror those energies back to you, not as punishment, but as an invitation to heal, to shift, and to become conscious of what you're creating. The good news is, just as you can create chaos with your thoughts, you can also create peace, abundance, love, and healing. The universe is neutral. It doesn't judge you. It simply responds to the energy you broadcast. And your dominant thoughts are the blueprint of that energy. When you consistently think, nothing ever works out for me, that message begins to attract situations, people, and events that validate that belief. But if you begin to say, everything is always working in my favor, the universe shifts to match that vibration, often in surprising and beautiful ways. Thoughts are like magnets. They carry energy. They pull in more of the same. A single positive thought, when felt deeply and repeated regularly, can begin to dissolve years of negative conditioning. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to align with truth rather than fear. Truth says you are powerful. Truth says you are safe. Truth says you can begin again at any moment. You are never stuck. The situation may appear unchanged, but when you change your thoughts about it, you shift your relationship to it, and that changes everything. For example, instead of thinking, I hate my job, try shifting to, I am open to fulfilling work that values me. That one thought opens a door. It doesn't mean you deny your current reality, but it means you stop feeding it with the energy of resentment and begin feeding the energy of transformation. Every belief you carry started as a thought you kept thinking. So if you want to change your beliefs, start by becoming aware of your thoughts. Listen to the words you say to yourself silently throughout the day. Are they kind? Are they supportive? Would you speak that way to someone you love? If not, it's time to rewrite your inner script. You have the power to speak life into your dreams or to speak fear into your future. Choose wisely. When you wake up in the morning, choose thoughts that feel good. Today is a new beginning. I am grateful for this breath. Something wonderful is on its way to me. These are not just feel-good phrases. These are energetic instructions you are sending out into the world. If your mind tries to resist or argue, that's okay. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of them. You have the ability to question them, redirect them, and replace them with higher truths. And the more you do this, the easier it becomes. Like training a muscle, you begin to build strength and positive focus. Your life begins to reflect this inner discipline with more ease, more beauty, and more alignment. There is no shame in having negative thoughts. We all have them. The difference is in how you respond to them. Do you believe them? Or do you gently guide your mind back to love? Imagine your mind is a radio station. You get to choose the frequency. If you keep tuning in to worry, doubt, and fear, you will hear that noise all day long. But if you make a conscious decision to tune in to peace, faith, and abundance, you start experiencing those qualities everywhere. Not because life has changed dramatically, but because your perception has. And perception creates your reality. The world responds not just to what you do, but to how you think and feel as you do it. So be mindful of your mental environment. Surround yourself with thoughts that uplift you. Speak words that nourish you. Think thoughts that empower you. You are the thinker. You are not a victim of your mind. You are the creator. Your thoughts are tools, and you can use them to build a life that aligns with your deepest desires. Each day is a fresh canvas. Each moment is an opportunity to choose again. If you've been focused on fear, you can now choose hope. If you've been focused on lack, you can now choose gratitude. If you've been stuck in self-doubt, you can now choose to believe in your power. Right here, right now, you can begin. Say to yourself, my thoughts create my reality. I choose thoughts of love. I choose thoughts of peace. I choose thoughts that shape a beautiful, joyful world. Let it go. Breathe, soften, surrender. You don't have to carry the weight of the entire world on your shoulders. You don't have to manage every detail, anticipate every outcome, or plan every step. Life was never meant to be a constant battle of force and resistance. Life flows best when you allow it to unfold, moment by moment, breath. There is a deep wisdom within the fabric of the universe. A rhythm that guides the oceans, blooms the flowers, and turns the seasons without your intervention. That same intelligence lives within you. It beats your heart, it breathes your lungs, and it quietly urges you in the direction of your highest good. But when you try to control everything, you block that guidance, you silence that wisdom, you close the door to miracles. Control often comes from fear, a fear that if you don't manage every little thing, something will fall apart. A fear that if you don't hold on tight, everything you love will slip away. But fear is not truth. Fear is a story, and you can choose to release that story. Trying to control people, situations, or outcomes drains your energy. It creates anxiety, tension, and frustration. It pulls you out of the present moment and into a state of constant struggle. The more you try to control, the more you push away peace. And ironically, the more tightly you cling, the more things begin to fall apart, not because life is against you, but because control is a poor substitute for trust. Trust is the path to peace. When you trust life, you don't give up your power, you reclaim it. Because now you're not acting from desperation or fear, but from alignment and clarity. You stop forcing outcomes and start allowing the right ones to find you. You stop manipulating timing and begin aligning with divine timing, and everything becomes lighter, easier, more graceful. Think of the times in your life when things worked out beautifully. Unexpected opportunities, healing relationships, sudden clarity. Most often, those moments didn't come from you forcing them into place. They came when you let go, when you stepped back, when you allowed life to meet you halfway. Releasing the need to control doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you begin to trust that you're supported. It means you take inspired action, but you let go of the obsession with results. It means you show up fully, but without attachment. You begin to understand that not everything needs to happen your way in order for it to be perfect. Sometimes the detour is the blessing. Sometimes the delay is protection. Sometimes the closed door is the universe redirecting you to something better. When you release control, you make room for flow. Flow is where creativity lives. Flow is where inspiration finds you. Flow is where solutions appear without struggle. In this space, you are more open, more receptive, and more aligned with the wisdom of your higher self. So take a breath and loosen your grip. You don't have to know every answer right now. You don't have to predict the future or solve every problem today. You are allowed to rest in the unknown. You are allowed to trust that life is unfolding in ways that serve your growth and healing. Repeat to yourself gently, I do not need to control everything to be safe. I do not need to force things to make them work. I am safe to trust. I am safe to surrender. The more you practice this, the more you begin to feel it. You'll notice your shoulders soften, your mind quiet, your heart open. And from this softer place, you'll be able to hear the quiet guidance that's always been speaking to you. Let go of the illusion that your worth depends on how perfectly you manage your life. You are not here to micromanage the universe. You are here to co-create with it. You are here to dance with it, to listen, to trust, to flow, to allow. The moment you release control, you reconnect with your power. You remember that you are never alone, that the same force that moves the stars and breathes the wind is working on your behalf, that you don't have to figure it all out. You only need to align with love, with truth, with peace. So let go. Let go of the fear, let go of the pressure, let go of the timeline. Breathe into this moment and know that it is enough. You are enough. And everything you need is already making its way to you. Trust the process. Trust the unfolding. Trust yourself. Right here, right now, this very breath you're taking is where all of your strength, all of your peace, all of your transformation lives. Not in the past, where memories linger and regrets echo. Not in the future, where worries and what-ifs swirl endlessly. The only place you can ever truly touch life, shift your energy, or begin again is in this moment. So many people live disconnected from the now. They replay old pain like a broken record or project fear into the future like a movie script they feel doomed to live. But the past is over. It cannot be changed, and the future has not arrived. Worrying about it does not prepare you. It only robs you of today's peace. The only time you can choose, act, forgive, love, heal, and grow is now. This moment is your point of power. Everything you want to experience, love, joy, abundance, clarity, can only be accessed from this space. Because when you are fully present, you're in alignment with your true self. When you're grounded in the now, your mind is not spinning in fear. Your heart is open, your body relaxes, and in that stillness, wisdom speaks, guidance arises. Peace settles in. No matter what has happened before, no matter what mistakes you think you've made or what pain you've endured, you are not bound to repeat the past. You are not defined by what was. The moment you become aware, truly aware, that you are here, alive and breathing, you unlock the door to change. You reclaim your power. You realize that you can choose a new thought, a new direction, a new belief right now. Don't wait for a perfect future moment to begin living fully. Don't wait until you lose the weight, get the job, meet the partner, or reach the goal. The life you seek is not waiting for you somewhere in the distance. It's waiting for you to wake up to the beauty of this breath, this heartbeat, this sacred now. When your mind wants to wander, gently bring it back. Use your breath as an anchor. Inhale presence. Exhale resistance. Remind yourself, this moment is enough. I am enough. Because the truth is, the present moment is never the problem. It's our thoughts about the past or the future that create suffering. Right now, if you let go of the mental chatter, you'll likely find that you're safe, held, and okay. Living in the now is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about meeting life as it is with awareness and love. It's about no longer missing your life by being somewhere else in your mind. It's about learning to respond instead of react, to breathe before you speak, to listen before you judge, to feel before you flee. In this moment, you can choose compassion over blame. In this moment, you can decide to be grateful rather than resentful. In this moment, you can release judgment and open your heart. That is your power. And that power multiplies every time you choose to come back to yourself. The more you practice being present, the more alive you become. Food tastes richer. Music sounds sweeter. Conversations feel deeper. Even the simplest tasks, washing your hands, walking through nature, sipping tea, become sacred when you bring your full awareness to them. Life stops being a race to get somewhere and becomes a dance to be savored. You'll find that most of the answers you seek arrive not when you overthink, but when you become still. Clarity arises in the silence. Peace is found in the pause. Love is born in the space between one breath and the next. The present moment is also where healing begins. When you stop resisting what is, when you stop reliving what was, your body relaxes and your heart softens. You stop carrying old pain into new days. You stop projecting fears that haven't come true. You forgive. You accept. You let go. And in doing so, you return to wholeness. You are not lost. You are not late. You are not behind. You are here. And here is always enough. Even if you don't know what's next, even if you're unsure of the path, trust this moment. Trust its guidance. Trust that everything you need to take the next step is already within you. There is nowhere else you need to be. So take a deep breath, feel your feet on the ground, listen to the sound of your life all around you. This moment is your home. This moment is your sanctuary. This moment is where the power lives. Everything begins within. Before the manifestation, before the evidence, before the physical form, there is the feeling. Your emotions are powerful indicators of your alignment. They are the bridge between your inner world and your outer reality. When you learn to feel something deeply and consistently, even before it appears in your life, you activate the very energy that calls it into form. This is how creation works, not through force, but through feeling, not through struggle, but through belief. When you align with the emotion of what you desire, when you embody it in your heart and soul as if it's already yours, you become a magnetic match to it. You don't have to chase. You don't have to beg. You become a vibrational invitation for your desires to come find you. So many people wait to feel good until something changes. They wait for the money before they feel abundant. They wait for love before they feel worthy. They wait for success before they feel confident. But this is the reversal of the truth. You must feel wealthy to attract wealth. You must feel love to draw in love. You must feel whole to experience fulfillment. Life is not responding to your circumstances. It's responding to your energy. Feeling it before you see it means you start walking in faith, not in fear. You wake up each morning with a grateful heart, knowing that what you've asked for is already on its way. You speak with assurance. You move with peace. You radiate joy, not because everything is perfect right now, but because you've chosen to align with the version of yourself who already has what you desire. This doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means choosing a higher one. It means being so rooted in trust, so grounded in knowing that no outer condition can shake your inner state. That's true power. And that's how manifestation becomes effortless, because it's no longer about trying to control the how or when, but about consistently choosing to feel the truth of what you want until life mirrors it back to you. Close your eyes. Imagine your desire fulfilled. Really feel it. What does it look like, sound like, taste like, feel like? Let it live in your body. Let it stir your spirit. Let it become real to you in the unseen. That's the energy that creates worlds. That's the blueprint that the universe responds to. That's how you rewrite your story. You are not limited by your past. You are not bound by your current circumstances. The moment you shift your inner state, you open the door to a new reality. Your imagination is not fantasy, it's creation. Your emotions are not weaknesses, they are creative tools. Use them. Feel on purpose. Feel with intention. Feel with the knowing that what you feel is more important than what you see. Because what you feel consistently, you will eventually see. Start with small moments. Smile before the reason. Laugh before the joke. Dance before the celebration. Wake up and feel grateful before the blessing arrives. Speak your desires into the present tense. Act as if it is already done. Not in pretense, but in truth. Because if you can feel it now, you are already aligned with it. And that is everything. This is not just positive thinking. This is soul remembering. This is emotional alignment. This is vibrational truth. When you align your energy with the future you desire, you collapse time. You move out of resistance and into receptivity. You allow things to unfold without forcing them. And you walk through life with more grace and certainty. The universe is always listening, not to your words, but to your frequency. What are you radiating right now? Is it love? Is it fear? Is it lack? Is it joy? That is what you're creating more of. Not because you're being punished or tested, but because your energy is the blueprint for your experiences. And when you change that energy, when you elevate your emotional baseline, you change everything. You are not waiting for a sign, you are the sign. You are not waiting for permission, you are the permission. You are the source of the feeling, and that feeling is what gives birth to the life you want. So don't wait for proof, be the proof. Don't wait for the door, be the key. Don't wait for the light, be the flame. Feel it, embrace it, live it, even when there's no evidence, especially when there's no evidence. That's when the real shift happens. That's when the foundation is built. That's when the unseen begins to crystallize into form. And suddenly, one day, you'll open your eyes and realize that everything you've been feeling has finally become everything you're seeing. It is the golden key that opens the doors to joy, healing, love, abundance, and peace. When you choose to be grateful, not just for the big things, but for every breath, every sunrise, every moment, you step into alignment with the divine rhythm of life. Gratitude is not merely a response to receiving good things. It is the very energy that brings more good things into your life. So many people wait until their circumstances improve before they allow themselves to feel thankful. But the secret is it's gratitude that causes circumstances to improve. When you give thanks for what you already have, even if it seems small or incomplete, you affirm to the universe that you are ready to receive more. You stop resisting what is and start attracting what can be. Gratitude is a vibration. It shifts your energy from lack to abundance, from fear to faith, from sadness to joy. It is a conscious decision to say, This moment is enough. I am enough. Life is working for me. It reminds you to stop chasing what you think is missing and start appreciating what is already present. And when you live with a grateful heart, everything begins to change. Your relationships improve because you no longer focus on what others lack, but on what they bring. Your health improves because gratitude reduces stress and lifts your spirit. Your mind becomes clearer, your path brighter, your purpose stronger. Why? Because you're no longer blind to the blessings that are already surrounding you. Every day is filled with opportunities to be thankful. Wake up and give thanks for your breath, for your body, for the chance to begin again. Give thanks for the lessons disguised as challenges, for the people who love you, for the roof over your head, the food on your table, and the ground beneath your feet. These are not small things, they are miracles. And when you begin to see them as such, your entire life transforms. Gratitude does not mean you ignore your problems. It means you don't give them all your power. It means you acknowledge that even in the middle of chaos, there is still beauty. Even in heartbreak, there is still love. Even in uncertainty, there is still grace. Gratitude helps you find peace in the present instead of postponing your joy until some future condition is met. It's easy to be grateful when everything is going well. But the real transformation happens when you choose gratitude in the midst of difficulty. That's when your faith deepens. That's when you strengthen your connection to the divine. That's when you become a magnet for miracles, because you're no longer reacting to the world, but responding with love. Try it. The next time life feels heavy, pause, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and find 3 things, just 3, that you can be thankful for in that moment. They don't have to be grand. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun, the sound of your favorite song, the comfort of a soft pillow. Whatever it is, let it fill your heart. Let it remind you that there is always something going right, even when things feel wrong. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Gratitude becomes your default. Your energy shifts, your outlook expands, you begin to expect good things instead of fearing the worst. You stop fighting life and start flowing with it. And in that flow, blessings come, not because you forced them, but because you became a match to them. This is the secret to receiving more. Be deeply, sincerely, wholeheartedly thankful for what is. Water the garden you have. Love the life you're in. Celebrate the tiny wins. Say thank you to the people who show up for you, to the body that carries you, to the day that greets you. Life listens to a grateful heart. It responds in kind. There is always something to appreciate, always. If you look for lack, you'll find it. If you look for problems, they'll grow. But if you look for goodness, if you search for what's working, if you tune into what you love, you'll find that it expands. That's the flow. That's the magic. You don't need more to be grateful. But through gratitude, you will receive more. So start today. Say thank you again and again. Whisper it, speak it, write it, feel it. Say thank you for your journey, for your growth, for the unknown that still holds so many beautiful surprises. Say thank you not just with your words, but with your life. Gratitude is the prayer that needs no language. It is the song of the soul. And when you live from that place, you don't have to chase anything. The flow finds you. The blessings find you. The peace, the clarity, the abundance, they find you because gratitude has already opened the door.